Historic Lime Village was established in 1977, and it's kind of established by accident. 5 years earlier, a group of people got together to save documents and artifacts in history, and a building became available across the street that was used as a stop in the Underground Railroad, and they were going to tear it down to build a modern home. And this committee thought, we can't lose a historically significant building. So they were able to buy it, moved it across the street, and that was the beginning of the village. Somebody heard that they had this building, and they said, well, would you like a log cabin that we own that we're going to tear down? So they took it. While they're doing that, a second log cabin, somebody called them and said, hey, we'd like you to take our cabin too. We're just going to burn it. So they took that cabin, and shortly after that, the third one came, and that was the beginning of Historic Lime Village. We have 16 buildings here at Lime Village. 12 to 13 are open at any one time. I mentioned that we have the 3 log cabins. We also have 3 barns. One is called a Centennial Barn, and that is the Bicker barn. That came from the center of Bellevue, and it was built at the centennial of the country. We also have a post office built in 1824, the oldest building that we have, and that was located kind of behind and next to the Seymour House. We have the Detterman Log Church. It is one of 2 log churches left in the state of Ohio, and it is the only one that currently has church services. A school, the Mary Schoolhouse, a one-room school, which is used today as a one-room school. Area schools come and spend a day, and they'll spend part of the day with a teacher in the one-room school, conducted as it was back in the 1860s, 1870s. And then they tour the village afterwards. So we have the school, which is in use. We have a general store. We have a town hall. And we have a hardware museum. That is the only building that is not a period building. That was built to house the Shug hardware collection. Our staff here at Lime Village is very unique in that we have no paid staff. When you come to Lime Village, you'll see various volunteers walking around in period costume. Our period is roughly 1810 to 1910, so they will be in, shall I say, character of that time period. And we do it to give you the feeling that you're walking back in time.
I dress up as a butler, and butlers in special events, they welcome in people from the door, they take their coats and they point them to where they're supposed to go. And any questions that people have during a party or a get-together, they answer it. They can help you find rooms, find bathrooms. And then during dinners, we help out. We'll sit people, we'll show them where they're going to sit, pour them drinks, any questions, pick up the food if they need it.
I am usually the weaver. I participate on the days when students come, doing both weaving and spinning. When the students come, they're usually 4th or 5th graders. Occasionally they're younger, occasionally older too, but they're 4th or 5th graders, and they've been studying about the pioneer times in Ohio. So we talk about what their jobs would have been as children in a pioneer family, particularly in relating to spinning and weaving. And then we have them ask questions about the things that they see, particularly in this cabin, because it is so very different from the houses they live in today.
When I do Pioneer Days, I will end up with groups of children, and we talk about the importance of spinning. And it's an interesting thing because we teach the kids that the jobs that they would have had to do, and if you were lucky, about the time you were 8, you would learn to spin. So having that done, that gives the kids kind of a grip that it wasn't real easy back in settlers' days around here.
We encourage you to come to Historic Lime Village, visit us, see what life was like in the early 1900s, and actually lived the way they did. See how they lived, see how easy we have it today. They had a very hard life back then, but they had a very simple life. They weren't bothered, they weren't with everything that went on in the world. They were really interested in their own little corner of it.
Seeing people live in this time makes you appreciate what you have a lot more because of what, just common things like electricity. You can't do anything without that. Bathrooms are outside. You just appreciate what you have because they had a harder life than we do today.
It is important for people, both young and old, to know the background and know the steps that are involved. Because too often we see the finished product, we don't have any idea of the real value of it because we haven't put anything into it except some money.
I think that the people enjoy coming out here because they're able to touch and feel and ask questions and get reliable answers.
We want the kids to see that there are ways to live other than watching TV, playing video games, and that sort of thing. And this is the way to do it.
Learn about the Firelands, learn about the Connecticut Western Reserve, learn about life in the 1800s.